I think as a competitor, you always want to win.
Sidney Crosby and the Penguins have won the Stanley Cup.
He hasn't won a Stanley Cup or an Olympic medal, but when these athletes raise their arms in victory, Andy O'Brien is never far away.
If it wasn't for Andy O'Brien, I wouldn't have won those 3 World Championships, wouldn't have been a 7-time Canadian champion, even an Olympic medalist, so I honestly owe a lot to him.
I have to give Andy full credit for really reinventing myself as an athlete and as a hockey player, and the way that I approach and look at the game, and I've learned so much, and it's really, I think, made me a better player and an athlete.
Part of working with an athlete is so much more than just the technical expertise that you provide them. It's this connection that you have to create, and I think the more you can connect with somebody, understand what they're about, the more supportive you can ultimately be.
But how did he become so vital to the success of so many of the world's most elite athletes? Believe it or not, it all started at 8 years old with the movie Rocky IV.
It was probably my first exposure to true sport performance and training for sport. The Rocky story about being an underdog, being determined, and carrying that determination into your training. On the other side of it, we had the Russian who was really exploring the science and the technology to be, the ultimate human athlete. That movie, I probably watched it hundreds of times.
That's it. Do 3 more, a little faster, Daniel.
Andy's quest to marry the mental, the physical, and scientific components of training breeds a unique bond between him and his athletes.
I've known Andy for a long time. I must have been 14 when I met him, and he's someone who pushed me off the ice continually every year. Finds ways to try to get me ready and all the guys ready that he trains. So he challenges us off the ice and prepares us for the season.
Sidney and I are both equally ambitious, and we're constantly talking about his success and his result. That being said, I probably care more about him as a person than as an athlete, and so I have as much interest in his overall happiness than I do in his performance.
I think Andy's ahead of the curve in everything that he does as far as it comes to the body. He's always, I don't want to say 1 step, like 10 steps ahead of everyone, and then people are sort of catching up. He's almost like a muscle whisperer, like he knows exactly what's going to work for you.
Greatest athletes are coachable, they're intelligent, they ask good questions. If I'm to show them some kind of a new movement, they adapt to that movement faster, and the second that I see a really gifted athlete, I can tell those qualities are there.
Andy understands how to help young players reach their dreams. He's currently working with projected top 10 NHL draft pick, Charlottetown forward, Daniel Sprong.
There you go, good. Over, reach up high, that's it. Good. Eyes up, head back.
Well, I think Daniel's one of the most ambitious athletes I've ever worked with. He has a relentless determination to play in the National Hockey League and to be the best possible player he can be. The training never really stops becoming about determination. It never stops becoming about a dream for somebody.
I'm extremely excited to keep working with Andy. He's helped me achieve things that I never imagined, and I hope we will continue to do that in the future and throughout my career. And he's not only a great trainer, but a great friend and a great person.